Options Insight segment. And Abigail, you're looking at the AI frenzy once again and what it meant for stocks this week.
It's hard not to, Romaine. It's been just incredible. One of the true FOMO moments that we've had in recent times, not just NVIDIA at this point, but today Marvell up more than 31%, its best day since 2000. This on the promise that AI revenues in 2024 could double to about 400 million or so. That's less than 10% of that company's revenues if it happens. Let's bring Christian Fromherz into the conversation, the CEO over at Tribeca Trade Group. And Christian, I mean, it's clear that AI is going to shape the future in some way. Is it today that you want to invest in it, and is it as big as people seem to think it is?
Yeah, great questions and great to be here, Abigail. I definitely think that this is a trend. I mean, it started a few months ago, and I think it has some legs to it. Regarding positioning and how you want to get into it, I think that with the macro landscape that we have, there may be some more opportunities that you may get. Right now, I think we're seeing the interest rate expectations move up in terms of another interest rate hike for the month of June. So, I don't think it's going to be clear sailing. So I think, buying this trend on dips, obviously having some exposure to it and looking for new opportunities as we go along.
Yeah, and that chart right there, Christian, does not show a dip. Right now, we're looking at a little bit of a parabolic uptrend for NVIDIA and some of these other stocks, Marvell, quite frankly, even more so. And I was telling Romaine and Katie earlier that physics says that a parabolic uptrend does not hold a 90-degree angle, and we've seen it time after time, silver, gold, so many different markets, oil last year. Do you see that happening here? And it sounds like you think, though, that there's probably some more gains ahead of that potentially a reversal of some sort.
Yeah, when you see a move like this, you have to think, again, especially in this environment of raising with rates rising, is that, it's probably not sustainable in the short term. And what we want to see is some backing and filling, right? Especially in some of these things that have just gone vertical, just a little bit, even a check back to, like, let's say a 5 or 20-day moving average. I think that will really be a nice test, and it could be a place to add a little bit of risk for those that are underexposed in the group.
Well, speaking of underexposure, you have a really interesting way to play AI that I'm not sure so many other people are thinking of in this way, which might make it a less crowded trade. Excuse me, it's Friday, and happy Friday to you. Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla, I think, is a nice under-the-radar type play on AI. I mean, it hasn't been in the headlines in terms of, like, in a direct play on it. But obviously, what they've been developing over the last couple of years and self-driving and so forth, I think it's a great place to be right now. And they've got a couple positive catalysts. Like, for example, Elon is not, going to be right in the middle of Twitter. He does have a new CEO coming in. They did announce this partnership with Ford for superchargers. So I think that's a great way to kind of advertise for Tesla without actually, spending anything, in terms you're going to see their name every time you go in and charge. So I think those are some positive things for the name.
And super quickly, talk to us about your call
and I think
spread
the AI
idea.
play. Yeah, so an easy way to play this and to get upside exposure in Tesla is the June 205, 225 call spread. It's not that expensive. You can get in for, I think, just a little bit under $4, and I think that's a good way to get exposure to the group, which is and to the name, which is approaching its 200-day moving average.
Great stuff. Christian Fromherz, we wish you a wonderful long holiday weekend. Thanks for joining us today for Options Insight. And from New York, this is Bloomberg.